Hello everybody, this is Charles Plays yugioh, and today we are going to be talking about what kind of support that the Shaddolls will get in the Shaddolls OCG structure deck that is coming up. They did win the OCG structure deck pools by 1%. So close they could be, so close. But at any rate, before we begin, if you guys wouldn't mind, hit the subscribe button and hit if you liked this video, and hit the like button if you really do like it, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss an upload. Also, all social media links that I have are down in the description below, as well as the Discord. So without further ado, let's begin. So I am going to mainly in this video talk about support that I think the Shaddoll archetype needs, and I'm gonna start off with the links. I think it needs a link 1. Now don't get me wrong, the link 2 is nice and all, but the requirement is 2 flip monsters, which is kinda hard for the deck, I think. But the link 1 will most certainly help the deck. As a reminder, Shadow monsters get effect when they hit the graveyard, so just by leaking a Shadow monster, they will get their graveyard effect. So that's why I think a link 1 is good to have. Also, I think the link 1 should have some sort of recycle synergy with Shaddolls, because frankly, Shadolls don't really have that much synergy of recycling when it comes to monsters. Well, not that much at any rate. We should also have the flip monster not be a requirement to summon out the link monster. That just slows down the deck. It should be just one Shadow monster. That's it. That's all we really need. I get where Konami was trying to do by making the Link 2 Shadow monster save 2 flip monsters, but that's not really that great for the Shadow deck in general. Like, what if you wanted to activate instant fusion, go into window, and try to use that window to go into the Link 2? Well, you can't because it requires a Link 2. So maybe we should get another Link 2 as well, but for now I'm mostly going to focus on the Link 1 for this topic. Don't get me wrong, Shadow Construct, the Link 2 if you don't know, is a nice Shadow monster, but as I stated before, it can kinda hold back Shaddolls because it requires 2 flip monsters, not 2 Shadow monsters. Now then, I did go to Dueling Book and I did make some custom Shadow cards, and I'm gonna show you guys my Link 1 Shadow cards that I have made on Dueling Book. The Link 1 that I have made is called El Shaddol Enchantress. She is a Link 1, requires 1 Shadow monster, dark attribute, 1000 attack, and arrow pointing down center. Her effect is you can target 1 Shadow monster in your graveyard, return it to deck or hand. You can only activate this effect once per turn and only once per turn. If this card were to be used to summon an El Shaddol monster from the extra deck, you can change this card's attribute of the El Shaddol monster you are summoning. The thing that I was going with this lake monster was that you can immediately get back a resource from summoning her, and you do not need to rely on other non-Shaddol monsters in order to fusion summon, like going into Shikanaga and such. Next on the list is a Going First card. Going First Stone card, I should say. The reason they need it is because they really don't have one, so to say. I mean, they got good going second stuff and everything, but going first, not really. That's why I believe and I feel that they need going first card, and a going first card will also help with the notion that I made earlier that they need a Link 1 monster card. I think for a good going first card for Shadolls, they need a way to access their Link 2 faster by special summoning more, and I think they know the Shadow Spell Searcher. I know Hedgehog can give you Shadow Fusion, but I think we need more options to search the Shadow Fusion cards besides Hedgehog to boost the consistency of the deck. After all, Shadolls is Fusion, obviously. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into the custom card that I made called Shadow Spectre. Also, if you want to look at any of the artwork that I got for the cards, the artist's name and the website that I found it on will be in the description. He is a level 3 Dark Attribute Fiend Monster, 1000 attack, 1500 defense. You can only activate each of his effects once per turn, basically. When he is flip summoned, you can special summon one Shadow monster from your deck face down to fist position. You can flip it face up the turn you activate this effect. If this card was sent to the graveyard, add one Shadow spell card from your deck to the hand. So when he is flipped, he can special summon another Shaddolls monster onto the field face down in the fist position, and then you can also flip summon that Shaddolls monster up. So you can basically like use this effect to summon Shaddolls Beast, flip Shaddolls Beast up, draw 2 cards, and then whenever he goes to the graveyard, you can add a Shadow Fusion or whatever Shadow spell card you would like from your deck to your hand. I know this card seems a little bit busted and some of my other cards may seem a little bit busted, but though I am doing this to make Shaddols be good at going first, so to say. Didn't make him synergize well with the Link 1 that I made, well that was kind of the purpose, but even without the Link 1, if Shaddols get a Link 1 in general, he would still probably synergize well with it, because of his search effect for a Shadow spell card. And I think it's better to have 9 ways to get to your spell cards rather than 6 bees, so you can turbo out your fusion monsters and get to them quickly and establish a powerful board as soon as possible. So that's why I am trying to make a Shadow monster able to special summon out another Shadow monster so you can link off into the Link 2 at least and go off from there hopefully. I'm not quite sure if Shadolls need another spell, but if they do, I made a Shadow spell of my own called Shadow Magic Fusion Book. It's a quick play spell card. It allows you to banish monsters from your graveyard to special summon an El Shaddolls monster from the extra deck, and at the end of the turn you return the El Shaddolls monster back to your main deck. This can easily cause disruption on your opponent's turn by going into El Shaddolls window to restrict their special summoning. On to the next one, I am going to talk about a possible new Shaddolls fusion monster. I think it should fit one of these 3 categories. It could help negate opponent's plays, help bring out other fusions faster and links, and recycle your Shaddolls cards so it can have more recycle synergy with the Shaddolls archetype rather than depending on a few cards. I'm not too sure we will need to recycle or bring out fusions faster, but I do believe that Shaddolls need the extra negate. What are the other 2 options up there that the new fusion can have, just so it's not left out and just in case I missed anything, you'd be like, oh, they can use my recycle or whatever. Shaddolls monster I have created represents my negation more than anything that I was talking about earlier on. So it is El Shaddolls Flora, a level 5 dark attribute, 2100 attack, 2800 defense. Requires 1 Shaddolls and 1 Dark monster. And the effect is, if a Shaddolls card effect would be negated, you can send 1 Shaddolls monster from your deck or hand to the graveyard to negate it and send it to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Shaddolls spell or monster card from your graveyard to your hand. So with the protection effect to negate a monster effect that would negate a Shaddolls effect, I added that on to her so you can protect your own stuff. Also, I choose to say from hand or deck because a lot of the Shaddolls cards will Shiganaga requires you to send Shaddolls monsters from your hand to the graveyard, which sometimes you need Shaddolls monsters in your hand to make the summon, and the more cards you have in your hand the better, so that's why I had 2 graveyard effect, so you don't have to worry about your hand thinning out so much. graveyard effect is pretty standard. I just changed it where you can also add a Shaddolls monster from the graveyard to the hand instead of like a trap or anything. Just a little bit of extra flavor to help with monster synergy of getting cards back into your hand. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you liked it, leave a comment if you would so please, and hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss a video. And like I said before in the middle of the video, all of the fan art and drawings you saw are not mine, they belong to other people. If you wish to follow them or whatever, I put their information down in the description below so you can find them, and that is also credit to the artist. So I hope you guys have a good day. This is Charge Blade yugioh signing out. Peace.